Good morning, Ninja Nation. I hope you're all awesome. Sandy C. That's all, folks. Let me try my name again. Sandy C. here with some uncommon sense. And you've probably heard by now, big tech. Layoffs, firing, you're gone. See you, sayonara, adios, mofo. If you haven't seen it, oh yeah, I got it back. Big tech layoffs. We've got Meta, those, book of face joint people, 11,000 cut. Alphabet, parent company of Google, 12,000 cut. Amazon, 18,000 cut. Microsoft, 10,000. But nothing's wrong, people. Nothing at all is wrong with the economy. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to the Economic Ninja. Don't listen to Financial Prepper. Don't listen to any of us idiots on YouTube, because I'm not a financial advisor. So what do I know? I've just been telling and preparing and warning people for, last year and a half or so. Ta-da! We've been right. What do you know? The whole darn time we've been right, okay? So we don't need to do that. We don't need to rub anything in anybody's faces or rub their nose in a little stain. We don't need to do that. Okay. The first thing we need to do is these are real people that lost their jobs. Okay. So we say a little prayer. These people have kids. They may be fools, but they are innocent fools of the system, bad parenting, whatever. Say a prayer for these folk. This is a real thing. They did lose their income. And working for those kind of companies, I'm going to go off on a limb and say they've been highly brainwashed their whole life. They can't really do anything for themselves other than hack away on a keyboard. So it's a very sad situation, okay? So that's first. There is a human cost to this, okay? So pray for those people, pray for those families. Of course, they've been doing the sad stories on the people with the newborns and this and that, but stuff happens. That's why we are here. That's why we're here, to be prepared for when this kind of crap happens. And if you've been watching me, you've been watching the Ninja, you knew this was coming. This is not a blind side at all. Now, for these people, unfortunately, it probably is a bit of a blind side. And that's where we want to show compassion, and we want to get things like this out there. We don't want to rub it in faces. We just want to say, hey, because of A, B might happen. So why don't you prepare for it? If you like it, great. If not, that's okay too. The world doesn't care about you, so you got to care about you and your family and make decisions. So how does this affect you or me possibly? If we didn't work there, I'm not one of these people. I don't work there. Maybe you don't work there. But this has a lot of effects, okay? I'm looking at 40,000 people, more than almost 50,000 people that lost their jobs. 50,000. High-paying tech jobs, too. High-paying tech jobs. What if these people have all their money what if they're these folks that dump everything into their 401k, dump everything into the stocks or anything? Oh, before we go any further, remember, I am not a financial advisor. I don't know anything. I'm just an idiot on YouTube. Okay? But I've had my eyes open, Got to read between the lines and look to the end there. Instead of staying micro-focused, you got to zoom out and get the lens out, get to see everything. Okay, so let's discuss some problems this could cause us. Well, things have been inflating. So, people are getting a lot away from wants and moving toward needs. Okay, this is 50,000 people that just lost their ability for wants, and they're going to have to be cutting their bills to make sure they can get what they need. Okay. Another issue of this is a little snowball that just got rolled. These are 50,000 people without a job that are not going to buy a new car this year, probably, if they have any brains. They're not going to go on some fancy vacation, European vacation or cruises. They're not going to be flying all over the world. They're not going to Disney World. They're not going to the Home Depot or Lowe's, and they're probably not redoing their bathroom. They're probably not redoing their kitchen. What they may be doing, though, depending on how leveraged they were away from cash, they could be having to sell and dump a lot of stocks, which, as we know, the market right now is quite depressed. They missed the highs of last year and the year before. And we're in a more depressed market, which means if they do have to sell these stocks or sell whatever they have, they're going to get a whole lot lower rate for them. Now, if you're in these areas, if you're a flipper and someone who's been prepared, there's probably some good opportunity. There's probably quite a few Teslas for sale cheap in driveways right now. There's, probably a lot of different items they're selling. They're selling their cars. They're selling their trailers. They're probably selling their RVs if they have them. Any of the extra crap that they can get rid of to cut their liabilities. They may not be doing it now, but they will be doing it. Hopefully they can find jobs, but we all know what the market looks like right now. And the other thing is, even if they can find a job, they aren't going to find one that pays like that with all the bennies like that, okay? They were living on cloud nine. They had it cushy. They weren't feeling any peas under their beds. They've been living the high life, and they've probably been spending it that way too, okay? So that leaves opportunities for those of us that were prepared, okay? The other thing, this trickles down, if less people are going on vacations, that's travel cuts. Cruise lines have to cut some people. Airlines have to cut some people. And we've been seeing all this. It's all a snowball. When something this big happens, especially in this high of income, that's a lot of play money just gone. Who knows how many landscapers like me were, hey, sorry, man, I got to cut you this year. How many, any of that crap, plumbers, electricians, any of this stuff, they're not putting in their sconces, they're not putting in their ceiling fans anymore. They're tightening the waist, which is what we should have all been doing, in the last few years. What Ninja himself, the Economic Ninja. If you don't know that channel, check out the Economic Ninja. He's the smartest, most down-to-earth dude on YouTube, I think, right now. Okay? And he just looks at the signs. And this was a sign, we knew it. Okay? Another opportunity for flippers that we've seen. I've been doing it. I knew it. All December I was watching, and I was checking, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, all that kind of stuff. And I knew. I told all my family and friends, watch the day after Christmas, because I'm searching for, I'm looking for old diesel trucks, 7.3s, and dump trailers in particular, and skid steers. Okay, that's particularly what I'm looking at. And before Christmas, there was nothing. Or, these are 20-year-old trucks and they want 20, 30, even 40 grand for them. For trucks with 300,000 miles. Bananas. People going just cuckoo, okay? Well, guess what? December 26th came, and just like I said, I opened up Facebook Marketplace just to kill that curiosity cat. Ding, ding, ding. Boy, was I right. What did I see? All those trucks were half off. More dump trailers popping up. A couple of skid steers. And each week progresses, I start seeing more and more cars and vehicles for sale. I'm seeing $120,000. Well, they were $120,000 a few years ago. Range Rover Sports, big, bad, nasty mofos. I'm seeing them under 10K. And these people are claiming everything's perfect in them. They run perfectly. Nothing but a grocery getter or a soccer hauler, a breeder wagon. Nothing but that. And they're selling these things for $6,500, $7,000. These things were 100, 120 grand just not many years ago. It's starting, people. It's starting. Brand new dump trailers. The end of last year when I was doing the hurricane cleanup. Man, from the size I'm looking at, granted they go, say a 7x14, 14,000 pounder, 7 tons, twin sevens. They wanted somewhere between 14 and 20 grand new. January 1st hit, guess what? They're under 10 grand, $99.99. And I've even seen some lower than that. So that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on these good deals to jump. Okay, so big tech layoffs. That is a snowball. This is just another domino. Another domino fall, and now another domino run is going to be dropping ahead. So get your shit together, okay? Get your shit together. Be grateful you do have a job, but work on some type of side hustle. Start some type of side hustle. I've been buying and flipping, even something as easy as this. I started with $100. I acquired 3 bicycles for $90. I sold each of those for about 80 to 90 bucks each. I flipped it into about 250 bucks. Then I went out, I found another 3 bikes for $30. I flipped that. Yeah, it's small potatoes, but it adds up, okay? And then my next thing is, because that's all free money now. I started with 90 bucks. I put that away. Now I still got my 90 bucks. I'm out nothing. I've turned that into 250. I'll turn the 250 into 500, and then so on. Then I'll move into trailers and cars and so on. So get back to your roots. Find some type of side hustle or something where you can have some extra income in case your job is on the chopping block. It's sad that these are the times, but as long as your head isn't under a rock, you've known this, okay? Ebbs and flows, ebbs and flows. It's all it is. Like the tides of the ocean. They come in, they go out. They come in, they go out. Right now, they're going out. They're going a long way out, okay? So hold on tight, get prepared, not scared. Follow Ninja Nation, Financial Prepper, Sandy C at Uncommon Sense, Nobody Special Finance, Heresy Financial, and of course, the Economic Ninja himself, okay? It's all kind of easy, common sense stuff. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need a finance degree. You don't need to know, red, black, green, up, down, left, right. You don't need to know all this stuff. Take the zoom back and look at the whole picture. Look at the whole picture from a big satellite view and let it soak in and absorb. And you'll get to see how this stuff works. When 50,000 people lose 6-figure jobs, that's a lot of income costs gone. And if you think that doesn't affect you, maybe it doesn't affect you. But, out there, I'm sure it's affecting some landscapers. I'm sure it's affecting local restaurants. These people, they shouldn't be, at least, trying to keep up with the Joneses at this time. It's going to affect local restaurants. Not so much local bars. Alcohol sales actually do well in tough times. Alcohol and entertainment do well in negative, depressed economies. People are still stupid and they still want to party, okay? Tighten your belt. This is just the beginning, okay? Say a prayer for these people. They're good people, just because they're California folk or whatever doesn't make them bad people. It just makes them badly trained people, okay? So, compassion always. And remember, this could affect you. This could increase your food prices. This could cost your job. There's a lot of different effects. Or you could flip it around and look for the opportunity in it. Look for something, if these people need to sell something, you're not the criminal by buying it from them at a cheap price. Because if you don't, A, someone else will. But B, they don't need their Tesla anymore. They need to feed their family. Okay? All right, guys. Sandy C is out like a trout. Have fun. Have a great day. Adios.